a lot of times, having no cue cards and no teleprompters, when you're looking at somebody, you can tell when they go up. Because they say, I tell you what we'll do. You come back here, and I'll say, I told her to, you have to make the phone call. You have to make a phone call and then come back. That's what you'll do. So we helped each other out. I could see when somebody's going up. Somebody could see when I was going up. I'd go, tell you what, and it would help. Because everybody had to know each other's lines. And that was really, because you couldn't stop. And a lot of times we had things that, I remember one time, I had a dresser called Mark. And Mark was a guy that he knew, if you set him one way, it was hard to turn him around. So we had a set routine for the show. And Max said, after the dress rehearsal, he said, no, it's off balance. We're going to take this and put it down here. We'll take this sketch and put it up in front. We'll take that other sketch and put it. We're going to change it. So he changed the order. And I said, Mark, you got that? Don't worry. Okay. So I come down, and one of the sketches was where I did a strong arm act with Imogene, with a leotard and the wrist bracelets and big and long hair and big armlets and, with gold lame boots, and I'm going out. And I go into the wings, and I look out, and it's a bus sketch. Well, it's the worst nightmare any actor could have, because you look out, and they're not doing the sketch you're ready. You're dressed for. And there's no way of stopping it. So I was standing there in the wings. I said, and Carl is already there. He's on the bench waiting for the bus. And I say, pants. And I got this gold lame boots. I said, pants, shirt, coat. Come on. And the guy took off his shirt. He put it down. I put him on. And in 12 seconds, I was out, which is a long time. And I walked out, and I sat down on the bench. How are you? Good morning, yeah. And I crossed my legs. It was a lovely morning, yeah. And you see the gold lame boots right there. And Carl looked and he said, gee, those are great boots. They're beautiful. How much are they? No, you don't want them. I had to talk. You don't want them because you got to shave them every morning. You got to feed them at night. It's too much trouble. So by doing that, they thought it was in the sketch. They thought it was all gone. Well, it was, we all respected each other, and we worked hard together, and we fitted in together. Howie was a wonderful side comedian. He was wonderful, and he could climb all over me and go over here. And Carl was a wonderful, foil for me and he was a great comedian himself. To be a straight man, you got to be a very good comedian. And Carl was very, very good. I mean, he was excellent, really, really nice. And we worked together very, very well. And worked together with the writers, and Imogene was there. She contributed. She came in one idea one time. She said, I like to talk in cliches. Cliche. It certainly is. Isn't it a lovely day? It certainly is. If it ever rains, but it pours. It never does. A stitch in time saves nine. So we made two characters that just talked in cliches. And we got different ideas. And all of a sudden, we did a satire of a movie. And we said, hey, that's another thing. Do a satire of a movie that's just out. And you could do it because it's live. You didn't have to prepare for it. You saw it. We all went to see the movie. We wrote a satire of it. We brought it on. And one time, we did From Here to Eternity. We called it From Here to Obscurity. And I remember there was a famous case, a law case that was brought against Jack Benny for gaslight. And the network and he was sued for thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars. So all of a sudden we did this From Here to Obscurity, and Columbia wanted to sue us, and they did. They sued us, they sued NBC, and the judge looked at it, he said, I haven't seen this thing, I haven't seen the program. Let me see the picture, let me see that. And he said, no, there's no, they didn't infringe on anything. It was a parody. You can do a parody. But what happened when Jack Benny did it, he did it word for word. And he took the same scene and he did it. We did this approximate like a scene, but with different dialogue, and it was a different story and a different background. So we could get away with it, and we did. And by doing that, you can do satires of people. And you do satires of movies. We did satires of German movies. As I said, And by doing that, we broadened the scope of, we got new ideas for this and for that. And we did, in a silent movie, we'd have like 300 shots because you have to cut from here to the card, from here to the card. And you have to pace the card because you got to know when the card is over and then come back. So we developed all sorts of techniques. And this was a wonderful training ground. I mean, we all learned from each other. It was like a jam session. It was like a jam session. The theme was put out, and then we played variations on the theme. And it was wonderful. So my mother would do it with the writers and with the actors. And we had to know. We wouldn't have time to write a whole sketch and then look at it and say, no good.